Hello again, everyone. For me, this is happening back to back. I am doing a spoiler video for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So, if you want a non-spoiler review of the movie, I have that up on my channel. I will put the link into the description so you can go and watch it for yourself. But let's get into the spoilers for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Okay, for starters, the story. I was not expecting the story of this movie to be what it was. When I saw the trailers for Doctor Strange, I assumed that some kind of being was going to be chasing, some kind of demon or whatever was going to be chasing after America Chavez because she's able to jump through universes. And then she was going to run into Doctor Strange from Earth 616, which they confirmed that in the movie that our Earth is 616, which I thought was cool. I dig that a lot. And Doctor Strange was going to help her, and through the whole universe hopping thing, the Illuminati was going to take notice and capture Strange and Chavez. Or, actually, no, originally what I thought was Strange was going to be captured for what he did in Spider-Man No Way Home, causing a breach in the multiverse that started pulling in all the Spider-Man characters from different universes. That's what I thought. I was very, very wrong. What actually is the story is that Wanda has gone completely insane, and she is now hunting down America Chavez to basically rip out her soul to steal her powers so that she can travel the multiverse, have her kids back, and then literally jump to any universe where there is nothing that can hurt, harm, or kill her children so she'll never lose them again. Which, I mean, geez, that's pretty grim, and I love it. Like, the whole thing with Thanos wanting to balance the universe, that's more of a logical thing. You're like, well, yeah, I guess I can agree with Thanos, because, he wants to save the universe and everything like that. It's more of a logical thing. You don't emotionally agree with what Thanos is doing because obviously slaughtering half the universe is wrong. Everyone knows that. You may have a moral disagreement through the logic off of what his plan was, but that was never in question. Emotionally, you're like, he's wrong. But when it comes to Wanda, it's more of like, I understand what she's going through. Speaking from personal experience, I lost my mother when I was a little kid. So I kind of understand what Wanda is going through about wanting to bring back and be close with a family member. But also at the same time, you see everything she does in the movie, the carnage that she tears through. Like, she kills parents and children throughout this. Well, not actual children, but like she kills people that obviously have families. They have either parents or kids themselves that care about them, and now they're never going to see them again because Wanda killed them because she's trying to get her kids back. So it's like, I understand emotionally and I can connect with her as a person based off of what she wants, but also the ends don't justify the means. What you're doing is wrong. You can't just kill all of these people to get what you want. You need to reconcile with what you're dealing with so that you stop harming people. And I love that that's her character arc through this movie. It's way better than what I originally thought, which was that she was going to help America and Strange throughout the movie, and eventually she's going to have a heel turn. But no, she starts off the movie at that point. She's just like, nah, I'm going to kill whoever I want to get what I want so I can have my family back. And okay, now there's one nitpick I do have with her whole plan to get her family back, and that's, why didn't she just pick a universe where her kids were orphans? Like, she specifically picks a universe where there is a version of her already and a version of her kids. I feel like she could have picked a universe where her kids were orphans that still would not have stopped her from killing all of these people because she still wanted to steal America's power so that she could, um, you know, take her kids to any universe where they would be safe, or there was a cure for an illness that they got, or whatever, or there was a way to keep them alive and safe. So she still would have ended up needing to steal America's power anyway, instead of just being like, America, can you send me to this universe where my kids are orphans? That's different because she would need America there 24/7 if case anything happened to travel to another universe to save her kids. So at the end of the day, even though my nitpick is she could have picked one where her kids are orphans, she still would have ended up going down the same path that she did. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that little discrepancy. Now, her at the end of the movie, when she comes face to face with herself and she has that complete and total breakdown, and she realizes how horrible she's been, and her kids are literally terrified of her, that they think she's a monster and a witch. I love that. I do not think she's dead though. Like where she does the whole thing, she sacrifices herself. She's definitely not dead. Especially since Vision is still alive. I highly doubt that Wanda's going to be dead. She's going to come back at some point. And continuing on Wanda, she is brutal in this movie. God damn, she tears through everyone in this movie. Like, rip that universe's version of Sue and Nathaniel Richards, because God, Reed, you didn't deserve that. Like, she freaking turns him into Swiss cheese. Like, she freaking shredded him like she put a piece of paper in a shredder. Like, gosh, that was unnecessary. And Black Bolt ripped your wife and your brother and the rest of the Inhumans. Like, she took away your mouth and boom, you caused your head to explode by trying to speak. If there's a skinny Steve in that universe, sorry, Captain Carter's been sliced in half with her shield. And, you know, Captain Marvel, she's dead. I mean, she got like squished by a giant statue, which I feel like that is a little bit of, I don't know, I guess a ton of force and pressure could still crush Captain Marvel, even though she is super strong. But, man, like, she just tears through people in this movie. Like, all the people at Kamar-Taj, the Illuminati. Charles Xavier can't catch a break. Like, his last few movies have just been about him dying. Like, he died in Days of Future Past, he died in Logan, he dies in this. Like, can Patrick Stewart catch a break? Man, like, damn. And, like, she did not need to... Like, all the others died putting up a fight. Professor X, he tried to save the other Wanda, and she came up in a dust cloud and snapped his neck on the astral plane. What the hell? My bad, not astral, psychic plane. Bro, Wanda. And it wasn't even like, it was just like a simple, like, it wasn't even gentle. Like, she came out like a freaking demon from something and just was like, I'm like, oh, okay, alright. Jeez. Woman, please calm down. Like, she went ballistic in this movie, and I loved it every second of it. Elizabeth Olsen did a crazy job, as I mentioned in my non-spoiler review. America was cool. I like snarky, sarcastic characters when they're written well, and she was written pretty well. Not perfect. I still think Kate Bishop is the best written character in the MCU. She's my favorite character. But America did a pretty solid job with that personality, and I like the actress that played her. She did a pretty good job. I don't know much about America in the comics, so if this is character assassination, let me know in the comments. But from what I saw in the movie, she was a pretty good portrayal. Excuse me. I guess a nitpick I could say is that why didn't she find her parents afterwards? It's just, she opened a portal to get Steven, and she didn't know what universe he was in, so she probably just, I feel like she would have just thought of like what, find Stephen Strange, the one from Earth 616, and that's what opened the portal, but she, couldn't do the same with her parents now that she could control her powers. I don't know, maybe they'll address it in a future movie where she shows up or whatever, but as it stands right now, they didn't really address that too much. I wish they would have explained a bit more, which I guess will happen in the future, hopefully, why she is the only America Chavez in existence. Like, I wonder why she's the only person that can... No, she's not the only person that can universe hop, because Clea did that in the post-credit scene. But why is it that America Chavez is the person with a natural-born ability to universe hop? I would like to know why she's the only person in the multiverse, that can do that. It's interesting. It's a weird point that they put in the movie that America Chavez is the only America Chavez in the entire multiverse, or at least out of 73 universes that she hopped through, she never found another version of herself. So I would like to see that get addressed in the future. Marvel, please don't just leave that open-ended or write it out. I would like to find out why that was the case. Bruce Timm had a cameo in this movie, as he does in like every Sam Raimi movie from my understanding, and it was great. I love that. It was hilarious. Strange has literally had him beating the hell out of himself for 3 weeks. That was funny. The cameos, the Illuminati, I mentioned in my non-spoiler review that I wanted to talk about it, and I wouldn't because obviously I didn't want to spoil it. But here, I was blown away by the fact that they had Black Bolt there, and I was just like, okay, Black Bolt. Wow, I wasn't expecting you guys to do that. You really went like, that Inhumans thing that didn't really work out, that nobody liked. Yeah, Black Bolt. He's just here now, and his suit looked awesome. I really liked his suit in that. Not in the show, in Doctor Strange. He looked cool, and I like the actor did a good job. Didn't get to catch his name in the credits, but the actor did a good job portraying Black Bolt, because it's a lot of work to portray a character that doesn't speak. You have to be all physical performance in that, and I like that a lot. Captain Marvel was okay. I don't really have any qualms with Captain Marvel. Honestly, I feel like Captain Marvel should have been the superior Iron Man, because they would have had more to say and do. It's just there wasn't anything special about her being there. Like I guess the reason is that seeing all these different people in the movie, it was interesting seeing these characters like Captain Carter. It was nice seeing Captain Carter because Captain Carter was a character in What If, and it was nice seeing the actors get to actually take on the role in live action. That was cool seeing that. Black Bolt, you haven't really seen this character in the MCU, and no one really knows much about the Inhumans. So seeing him in the movie was cool. John Krasinski being Mr. Fantastic. Everyone has wanted that for so long, and they were able to get him to be Mr. Fantastic in this movie. That was mind-blowing. Bringing back Patrick Stewart to play Professor X and literally playing the 97 X-Men theme when he pulled in. I was sitting in the theater with my friend, and my friend didn't notice the theme, but I was sitting there, and as he was rolling in, I heard the din-din-din-din. I was like, they did the thing. I was like, it was just crazy. And like, they did a fantastic job with that. But then you get to Captain Marvel, and I'm just like, it's just Captain Marvel. Like, what is, like, I don't see, like, there was no appeal in that cameo. I know people like the actress. I thought that actress did a good job in the most recent James Bond movie, but as her being Captain Marvel, it's just like, I don't care. There was no grandiose appeal to her being Captain Marvel. Whereas if it was the superior Iron Man, that is a character with a lot of personality, and there are tons of actors that people would have liked to see take on the role of Iron Man, in that aspect, especially since that is a jerk version of Iron Man. People would have loved to see that, and I would have actually loved to see that. Or it could have been somebody else. There could have been another character in the Illuminati instead of them, and I would have probably preferred that. But just, an alternate Captain Marvel, there was no grandiose appeal to seeing them in the movie, which was disappointing. Doctor Strange making a cloak of levitation out of the souls of the damned was baller as hell. In a zombie body, mind you, that was extremely unexpected. I was just like, they were attacking him, and then Christine's just like, use them, you're a sorcerer. And he's like, you're right. And then he started manipulating them. I'm like, he is not about to make a cloak of levitation out of the souls of the damned. And then he did, and I was like, I see you. I see you, Strange. Okay, all right. We're getting inventive with the magic in this movie. All right, bet. So, the Multiverse Hopping. I'm gonna need to see like a breakdown video of that when this movie comes out on DVD. I'm gonna need somebody to like go through that frame by frame and tell me all the universes, because like I may have been on crack, but I was pretty sure I saw like the 2099 Spider-Man universe when they were falling through the multiverse, which that would have been cool. I don't know for certain, but like there was like a futuristic looking one that I saw in a brief moment, and I was like, is that 2099? But it happened too quick, so I don't know. So I'm gonna need like a breakdown video of every universe that they go through, in like 4 or 5 months when it's finally out on DVD. Oh, right. I do love the fact of Steven's character arc throughout the movie, right? So I can talk about this here. Steven going through his whole arc and coming to terms with not being able to be with Christine was great. I love the beginning of the movie where it I mentioned this before, it felt like Spider-Man 2, where Steven's just at the wedding for Christine, and he's like, this sucks. Like, I wanted to be with Christine, it didn't work out, and he's just getting crap thrown at him by his old coworker, who he's just like, he starts off being sarcastic. He's like, yeah, well, I was gone for 5 years, so, a lot happened. He's like, yeah, me too. Thanks for asking. My brother died. My cat and my brother died while I was gone for 5 years. And it's like, okay, well, Steven's a jerk. And I like that. They gave him more personality in this movie than he had the original one, and he had more of a stake in it. Steven chose what he wanted to do in this movie, as opposed to the first movie, where it's just like Steven wanted to get his hands fixed. So he wanted to get his hands fixed, and then the final battle started while he was doing that, and he was forced into it instead of choosing to be a superhero. He actually chose to do everything that he wanted to do in this movie, and I enjoyed that immensely. Oh, man. I can talk more about Wanda. Wanda was just crazy in this movie. I'm sorry. Like, Scarlet Witch was just crazy. Like, there were tons of scenes that were terrifying to watch in this movie. Well, not, like, genuinely scary, but they were horror elements. Like, seeing her crawl out of that reflective pan, whatever the hell it was, and her body's just all contorted and everything. I was like, yo, what? Do we have to do this? I'm like, I'm happy you did, but like, goddamn, it was great. All in all, I really don't think I have any. I keep thinking of more stuff as I don't want to talk about spoilers because this movie was just so much fun. Doctor Strange getting shredded, I think I mentioned that earlier in this video. Not Doctor Strange, Reed Richards. Man, like that was the most terrifying death in the movie, if I'm being honest. That one really hit me hard because I was just sitting there. It was more or less what Wanda said beforehand, how she was just like, Reed's just like, Wanda, I understand what you're going through. I have kids of my own in this reality. And she's just like, is their mother alive? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, good, because they'll still have someone to take care of them after you're dead. And I'm like, hey, yo, Wanda, come on, relax. You don't gotta. That's a bit much, don't you think? Like, you're not actually gonna. And then she shredded him like it was nothing else. Like, Reed, I'm sorry, you didn't deserve this, man. Also, no offense to Reed, but Black Bolt, I understand. Captain Marvel, I understand. Captain Carter, they have an unbreakable will, so even if they were outmatched, they would have fought anyway. Reed, you stretch, my dude. Like, you honestly, like, as soon as she said that, you should have been like, I'm a scientist who can stretch. Y'all got it. But, you got shredded to bits, and then your head exploded. What a way to go. And I think that's how I'm going to end this. So, that was my spoiler talk for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything that I missed that you want to talk about, comment down below. And with that, once again, for at least me today, I am the innocent villain, and I messed up my own outro. I'm the innocent villain. Remember, folks, stay innocent until proven villainous, and I'll catch you in the next one.